How do you know you're getting used? How do you know that somebody is using you, especially in the context of a relationship? How do you know that the other person is manipulating you without your knowledge? How do you know that you're being taken advantage of? Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. This is Jenganjeru. On this episode, I want us to learn a few lessons on how you can decode a manipulator, how you can be able to tell from a distance that somebody is about to use you if you're not using you already. But before then, if you're watching us for the very first time, this is the Matchmaker Show. We help men and women to get matches. The moment they get the right ones, they meet their destinies. So you're not lost. If you're new to the show, subscribe, hit the subscribe button, enable the notifications bell, and like this video. Let us know where you're watching us from in the comment section. So how do you get to know that somebody is using you? At some point in your life, you have used somebody, either directly or indirectly, whether you knew it or not, but in most cases, you knew what you were doing. Everyone is a closeted manipulator. However, the degree of manipulation differs from one person to the other, and that is what separates us from beasts. The degree to which you're willing to take your manipulation is what sets the pace about who you are and the kind of human being you are. Otherwise, if you have the very trait that you want things to work your way, you have always wanted to have things work the way you want them to, you are a manipulator, either positively or negatively. So, at some point, you have tried to use people and you have also tried to use something or some situation in your favor. Don't forget, you have also been used at some point, whether you are conscious of it or not. Whether you are conscious of it or not. And in most cases, it is very important to understand that if you're not being used, it is because you understood the essence of being used. You knew the tricks of manipulation and you avoided them. There are times when you will be used and you just turn a blind eye because maybe you allowed yourself to be used. Somebody is benefiting from you. But if that relationship or if that arrangement is not symbiotic, you are also not benefiting from that arrangement. You are being used. I hope you understand what I'm saying. Being used means that you are not benefiting, you are the victim. But if you're also benefiting, you are not being used. Because there is a very thin line between being selfish and being used. There are people who want to use others, but they don't want to be used. I'm using the very raw language of the streets. I am not trying to decorate and sugarcoat what we call networking, helping one another. I am speaking about the raw use, taking advantage of. So I am not speaking about you getting help and the other person getting help. Tunasema unatumiwa. No, that is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about you being taken advantage of at the expense of you being nice and you're not benefiting from that arrangement, either in the past, in the present, or in the future. For instance, I have seen people who start dating and immediately they start dating. You hear somebody telling you, oh, I want you to take, and maybe we are speaking of a young woman, let's say 30 years, and the young woman is already having 3 children, and the man she wants to get married to does not have children, but the woman is like, no, I just want to get I want to get a man who can take care of me, and that man will take care of me, take care of my children, take care of the bills, because he is a real man. I want a real man, but I don't want to add children. I don't want to be anywhere near the maternity. I don't want to take pregnancy again. I don't want to catch pregnancy, and that's it. So what is happening to the young man? He's going to be used. He's going to be manipulated. Are you getting the point? I also had a similar case sometimes back. You realize you're having a man, 3 children, and the wife left for whatever reason. But the man wants a young woman, a woman who does not have children, so that that woman can raise those children. And don't get me wrong, it is not that that woman cannot have children. No, she has the capacity, but the man is not having the willingness. She has the ability, but the man does not want her to get children so that she can be able to take care of these children she has found in the new home. Young woman, you're about to be used big time. You know, manipulators never love you. A manipulator is somebody who has seen you as a means to an end. The person just looks at you from the lenses of a means to an end. And by the end of the day, you will hear them saying, the end justifies the means. Have you not seen people who took their girlfriends to school, paid their school fees, dropped out of school, and when they drop out of school so that the girlfriend can learn and study, the girlfriend learns, goes for internship, gets a job, dumps the young man and asks the very famous question, nilikwambia unisomeshe? Did I tell you? Did I ask you to? Si ni wewe ulijitolea? You know, when you're being manipulated, you're made to believe that wewe ndio umejitolea. When you're being manipulated, that person is very experienced in making you feel like you are the one who has made what? The decision, the conscious decision. There are even family members who can manipulate you big time. Ulisema tukufie kijiji. Haki Mungu si ubarikingi tu watu wenye wanaweza saidia watu wengine. Pesa ni ya nini kama mtu hawezi saidia watu wengine? You're about to be manipulated. You're about to be used. And most of the manipulation comes from Africans. And we call it the black task. The black tax, not task. The black tax. You are taxed because you are coming from a certain family, from a black family. You are being taxed. Ask Kenyans in the diaspora. They will tell you. How many women have we seen, even in the Gulf? I have seen women even come to our show to testify how they were duped by family members. Are you going to sue your mother? Umeunganisha pesa ikafika 600,000. Umeifanyia kazi Gulf. Alafu unatuma nyumbani wajenge nyumba. Unakuta mama alikula mandazi na mayai. What do you do? Do you sue your mother? Do you sue your mother and your sisters? Another one was telling me anasikia kugoroka. Ask her why. Because the money she has been sending ajengewe nyumba, the mother decided to rank herself. Anakula kama mfalme. Unakuta mama aliongeza kilo 20. What do you do? Do you sue them? What if you set a standard and realize that there is a boundary? There are demarcations. Tunafikanga hapa. Kuna mahali hatufikangi. Are you going to be used? In entry strategy in a relationship is very important. And in the context of maybe a relationship, look at it this way. After you have entered into a relationship with that man, with that woman, did you set boundaries? For instance, it's a new relationship and somebody has started telling you ati si ni support sijui na nini na nini, si uni support na nini na nini, si uni support, oh si uni support, oh I do this, I do the other. Ask yourself, how do you benefit from that arrangement? Because that is the question that most people don't ask themselves. By the time you are picking an item from the supermarket, whether you went there willing to pick it or it is impulse buying. Impulse buying is the kind of purchase you do even if you had not planned for it. But remember, you have already convinced yourself that this thing is going to benefit me. So that purchase is never a loss. It is never a loss. But can you go and drop money? Unaweza enda udrop pesa mingi hapo kwa shelf ati ama donation mingi kushinda shopping umefanya. Is it possible? How are you going to benefit? Unless you had just decided to go to that shop. Hata ukiangalia hiyo kitu ya hapo kwa the cashier, the donation box, kana kwanga kadogo. Mostly people put coins, change, pocket change. Unasema iwekwe hapo, idropiwe hapo kwa ako ka box. Umeona wameweka sanduku kubwa, uweke noti ama safe. Have you seen them giving you a pedicure machine to swipe donation in a supermarket? Because they understand what took you there. If they do that, it will be a breach of protocol, and again, people will start complaining. Are we getting the point? Because that is not a church. You went there for value. You give out money, you get value. Are we together, ladies and gentlemen? So, what are some of the pointers that you are being used? These people only call you when they need money. Even at home. Is a relationship. If you're having a problem, the guy can't call you. He only wants you when he wants you. You know what I mean? This person is working, but when he is not busy, that is the only time he calls you. That is the only time she calls you. Mtu mwingine anakupigianga tu simu akifungiwa nyumba. Are we even serious? You know, if something happens to you the first time, that is not a mistake. But after that, you should learn, because everything is rated on whatever scale. Ask yourself, in this new relationship, in this new arrangement, in this setup, am I being used? Because how do you know if you're not benefiting in any way? Kama wewe peke yako ndio unaenda hasara, ndugu dada zangu, iko shida mahali. I'll see you in the next video. Remember to tell me where you're watching us from, and also subscribe to this YouTube channel. You can share our videos. The more enlightened we are on any subject matter, the greater the level of command we gain. To be informed is to be transformed, and to be uninformed is to be deformed. So we keep on learning every day. It's a class, it's a lesson, it's a day. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.